Dumbarton have emerged from the changing rooms. There are 3 changes for the home side. Rory Langan, Rabin Omar and Adam Frizzell are on the bench. James Wallace, Robert Jones and Thomas Brindley come into the starting lineup tonight. So it is Sam Ramsbottom, Nick McAllister, Morgan Neal, Rico Kotongo and Stuart Carswell at the back. Ross Forbes, Nat Wedderburn, Thomas Brindley in midfield, and James Wallace, Robert Jones and Jamie Wilson will provide the attacking impetus for the home side this evening. In terms of Stranraer, the away team have made 2 changes. Veterans Darryl Duffy and Jamie Hamill are out of the starting lineup. Rory Payton comes in after being on the bench on Saturday, and there's a return to the squad for Grant Gallagher, who comes into the 11 tonight. Blues line up with Greg Fleming, Scott Robertson, Ayrton Sonker, Sean Burns, Conor McManus, Grant Gallagher, Kieran Miller, Andy Stirling, Cameron Ellett and Rory Payton and Thomas Orr. And left Dumbarton to fight another day. It's going to go out for an early corner kick, is it? No, Nick McAllister thought he got rid of it, but the referee's given a corner.
The linesman did give a throw in there as well, so looked quite unfortunate from Nick McAllister, because from our position it didn't look like the whole of the ball was over the line there. Linesman on this side certainly didn't think so. An odd experience it is, by the way, to have a 4th official here. That's not something we've had all season.
We might get to know how much time's added on at the end of each half. That would be a pleasure. It's swung in there. It was a decent ball in from Stirling. Bit of a coming together in the middle of the box. Nothing doing. James Wallace just threatened to come short, but Forbes is going to put it into the box. It's towards Wedderburn, who got his head on it, and he's penalised for wrestling with Ayrton Sonker. Here's Wallace. Jones does very well to shield the ball. Forbes shoots with his left, took a deflection. It will be a corner. Sure, tonight it would be very well received. Goalkeeper got a hand on that, actually. Greg Fleming. Kenny McLean, the latest to drop out, suffered an injury for Norwich, of course. But let's talk about the team in yellow here and not in Anglia. Forbes uses Rico Kotongo. I think Wedderburn perhaps had more time than he thought, but he found Wallace, who's found a free kick. Forbes over this one. Can he create an opportunity? He can! It's smashed off the bar. Fleming might have got a touch on that, but referee says no. Really fantastic hit from Ross Forbes, and for the most part Suns did get that, though they did manage to raise a few heart rates at the same time. Forbes looking in the mood here. There's Wallace. It was a very good hit. He connected with it well. Block had to be made, and James Wallace thought he might have been able to get the opening goal there. Nice first time ball from Forbes. And Jones, the flag is up. He's just slipped it past the post, but the flag was up. It wouldn't have counted even if it did hit the back of the net.
It was an unusual run from Robert Jones. We've not seen him making that sort of run on the shoulder of the defender. I mean, it's the sort of thing that Jamie Wilson has scored a couple of goals from doing this season. It was almost the wrong way round with Wilson in behind Jones.
You see Wallace when he just gets his head down and starts running. He fancies trying to get a shot on goal, you would imagine. Forbes everywhere at the moment, and he finds Wilson. It's a fantastic ball, and it was poked into the arms of Fleming, and it came back to him, and he's just poked it over the bar. Jamie Wilson knows how big a chance that was. 5 players surrounding Ross Forbes there, and it's created the space. Brindley finds Wallace. Wallace finds Wilson. Wilson just dragged his shot wide, and it's been served up here. Morgan Neal got in front of his man there. Jones has won the ball off the ricochet and he shoots. It's low, drilled shot, bounced off Fleming.
It was a decent effort from Robert Jones. It looked really difficult to get the ball under control from that sort of position, but he did well to get the shot away like that, and Craig Fleming certainly didn't look comfortable. I think he'll maybe be disappointed he didn't hold on to that, and disappointed he conceded a corner with the threat that Suns have from dead balls, but positive signs again, and positive from Robert Jones.
I think it just bounced in front of the goalkeeper there, made it more difficult. McAllister was underneath that. Here's the Suns' number 9. McAllister tried to get the flick on. Forbes to Wedderburn. Wedderburn gets it back to Forbes. The cross found Wilson, who's gone down in a heap. Good to see him back in the starting 11. Was doubtful with that groin problem. He had to come on for McGeever against Peterhead. It looked like that may have been ahead of schedule. But the Englishman doesn't look to be in any discomfort tonight. Loud call from Fleming, and he got the punch on it. Bobbling around there, and the shot is from Wilson. It's fired into the bottom corner. He's got another one.
What did I say? Keep giving Jamie Wilson chances and he will take one of them, and that ironically is probably the most difficult chance he's had. That was a great finish, low into the bottom corner. It was, from a Stranraer point of view, they'll be frustrated at the defending because they had chances to clear the danger there, but what a good finish that was by Jamie Wilson. That'll do his confidence the world of good. I don't think he was affected by that early miss at all.
I said Jamie Wilson had to do it again, and oh boy, he has. What a finish on the right foot. Absolutely smashed low past Greg Fleming. Stranraer goalkeeper had no chance with that. 36 minutes gone. Suns 1, Stranraer 0.
Wait, Jamie up on to 7 for the season, or as he would call it, 8.
And how many times have I said it already in these last few weeks? Could be so precious. Ramsbottom got a touch on it, but the pass came back to Sonker and he just let himself down with his first touch.
My sort of eyesight's been tinted by that, but so far it's been quite open, it's been quite entertaining. There's been a few kind of meaty challenges going in. Certainly seen worse halves of football this season, you'd have to say that.
And there is no added on time. The referee blows the whistle for the end of the first half, and it's Suns who lead Stranraer by a goal to 0. Been some chances at both ends. Dumbarton perhaps had the better through Jamie Wilson with a couple of attempts. Wallace has had a couple of shots as well, but there was also that chance for Sonker that was blocked towards the end of the half. So far so good for Dumbarton.
Almost treated to a musical 45 minutes there.
I've got a very smug co-commentator to my right as he wears his sunglasses and I use my hand to shield the sun from my eyes.
I know what this stadium's like in the summer.
Very smug. And Stuart Carswell had to get there, and referee Duncan has given the penalty. He thought about it and he's made up his mind.
I nodded my head at you straight away there because I thought that looked like a penalty, and I was surprised if he hadn't given it. Carsey was just late. It was a great ball, first of all. I think it was Kieran Miller who played it. It looked like a great ball through, and Carsey was just late and caught out, but my initial reaction was that I did think that was a penalty. You look like you might be a wee bit less convinced.
I think it was the time the referee took just a split second longer. I thought that he might have sided with the Dumbarton captain, but it is to be Rory Payton. Payton misses! It's come off the bottom of the post. Sam Ramsbottom went the right way. And Stranraer squander a glorious opportunity to get back into this tie.
Yeah, it's a let off that for Suns. They got lucky there, but to be fair, you have to say, if Sam Ramsbottom, if the penalty had been on target, you'd have backed Sam Ramsbottom to get it. He went the right way, he got a great dive. I actually thought at first that he had touched it. That's a warning sign for Suns though, because I think if Stranraer had equalised there, nobody could have denied them deserving it.
High and long, McAllister was there, and he ended up almost fouling Nat Wedderburn there. Robertson is there. He's got Burns for support. Ross Forbes has done it. It's only Forbes and Wallace, and Forbes has sold Wallace short there.
What is the referee given here? Did it hit the ref? That must be what it seems to be from looking over at the side. To be fair, if it did hit the referee, he can't play the advantage. He has to stop play and bring it back, but I was very confused by everything that went on there. Gavin Duncan, not a popular man out there.
I just don't think Gavin Duncan is playing the game that he wants. Jamie Wilson is trying to get around Grant Gallagher. I was just saying there, I don't think Gavin Duncan is refereeing the game the way everybody wants him to. He seems to be annoying both benches, both sides. Stranraer need a moment of magic as Nick McAllister stretches his leg, shows excellent pace, cuts inside and flicks it goalwards, and it's Robert Jones. The block was there. What a chance for a second goal. What a run from Nick McAllister. What a block. Katongo might actually find Jones with that pass come clearance. Lovely feet from Robert Jones. And he's gone all the way through. The save was made by Fleming. And just too many bodies in white shirts in front of Robert Jones. McManus back with him. It's out to Burns. He's in acres of space and he fires it goalwards. Very decent effort that. Just whistled over the crossbar. What they need. Ramsbottom felt he was fouled and Gavin Duncan agrees. Time running out for Stranraer as they look to continue their quest to return to League One at the first attempt. Oh, came back to Forbes. Brindley. Here's Duthie to Forbes. Forbes might need some help, he doesn't. It's all the way to the back post, and Rabin Omar. It looked for all the world like he had the goal at his mercy, but he's nodded wide. And it looks like they might be able to have one more opportunity to get the ball into the Suns box. Morgan Neal's there, but it's a Dumbarton ball. Thomas Orr has got his head in his hands.
Really good touch from Rico Katongo, that. Just wastes more precious seconds for Suns.
And the full-time whistle goes. 3 minutes of injury time, and Jamie Wilson's solitary strike sends Suns to the playoff final.
I wondered where you were going with the amount of S's there. I hope that you had more to finish it off, but unfortunately not. But no, that's, from Suns' point of view, that's 2 clean sheets in back-to-back games against Stranraer. You can't argue with that. I think they, for all the possession Stranraer had in and around their box, they didn't force Sam Ramsbottom into an awful lot of action. Might not have been pretty, but it is very much job done. And on to that game that I will not be here for, so we'll be nervously watching to hope that my replacement isn't as good as me.